Thank you. Good evening, everybody. So wonderful to see you all and have you all on for our wonderful meeting initiated by John and Debbie, especially Eagle Team Training. So I will be your MC and your timekeeper. And first up is John Cunningham on the marketing plan. Thank you, John. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Ansi. Good evening, everyone. This following up is one of the most important stages of our business. And where we take it off from here, and the scenario is that you've given a presentation to a potential downline, and they've said, look, they're very interested and they want to get started. So that's the sort of scenario. So when you arrive there, you've got to book that meeting after the initiation where they want to get started within 24 hours. Don't leave it too long. A couple of months would be too long, but within, say, 2 days, that would be fine. When you set the time, try and get quite a bit of, if you can ask them, how much time can we have together? Because what I'm going to share with you, I don't want to rush it. And there's so many stages on this follow-up, it does take quite a bit of time. And just going through very quickly from my side, because my time is limited here. If you have a look, the first one is to get their reason why they want to join the business. So once they've got an adequate goal sort of set there, and don't go too deeply at this stage, but just see how serious they are about starting. So one of the big things right there is to get their kit money or get their money to the starter up money. So what you can do is have that form ready, have these forms already in your presentation pack for them. So the one is the various stages to get started. So you can help them along. And Debbie likes to say, you know, that when we get people started, we like to go for the home care range. That's one of Debbie's favorites. But the Tree and End could be your favorite or whatever you pick. But say, ask them to choose. So what do you think, whatever you consider that you want to get started at, that you feel comfortable with? And they'll get one. And then whatever they choose, that's a very good decision. Just agree with them right there. Don't start arguing with them at this stage. Okay. The next stage, once you start getting there, start expanding their business. So if you have a look at the different elements that we've got in our business, it's like baking a cake. The elements that we need to put into this mix for success, the first lot, they've got to have a strong names list. So you can help them with the names list. Charlie Bolton had a very good idea with the cell phone. And I like that because you can practically do a couple there. And when I was reading this cycle, they suggest you actually go through 6 or 7 people that you phone until you get a yes or a positive. And what are you phoning about? You're asking if they are interested in making a bit of extra income. Don't push that first call where you're with that downline is merely to get a yes. Once you get a yes, then you can move on. But try and get a yes, and this is where your expertise and your experience will come into play. So then the next thing to build on and work on is that 100 names that they've got. I know that the cell phone, and in the beginning, we were very clever, and then I got stupid, but we were clever in getting a duplicate book with a carbon paper in between. And we would write down, there's 34 lines on that page there. But if we were clever, we could get 2 lines and then get 64, 68 names. So we would write down names there and just go through. So in fact, later on, when you got a bit of time, And if they are getting a bit cold on their names or whatever, you can assist them and have a time where you can phone people. It's much easier phoning on the third party. Okay, thanks. See? Okay, so then once you've got your names list organized, you've got their dreams on their chart, get their goals set, find out what they want, what do they want to achieve, and then you can work at their own speed. If they say, look, I want to be a senior manager in 5 years, that's quite doable, but it's no stress on their part. But if they say they want to be a SAPA director in 3 years, then get that 3 to 5 year plan and say, right, in order to get that, you need this to achieve that. You need to attend all the functions, and then we know the drill there. But give them a list of what they've got. Fill in all the forms right there. If you're not in okay with getting them registered, then pass the forms up to your upline and let them get that there. Thanks, I see my time's gone. But
thank you very much, John.
Very important part. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well done. Yeah, that's very important what we have to do, hey? And as we know, we mustn't stretch it out too long. Just keep it short and sweet. And next up will be Barry, who will share with us care. I don't know whether he's on the call. If not, his upline will share with us, please.
That's right, that's me. Yeah, they get visitors once a month on a Wednesday. Just that care is one of my favorite products. I always push the home care products because, as I say to them, it's all very well putting vitamins and all sorts of eating the right nutrition and everything else. But if you've still got toxins in your home, you're not doing yourself a favor. And I sometimes like to tell them my story about that couple up in Thousand Hills. I'm sure you've all heard that story. Yeah, and so I like to really push the home care range because, and as I say to them, once you've got that home care range, you're going to be okay for at least 3 months, 3-4 months. You don't have to buy any more. And we always push the Super 10 and the LDC, but I like to push my care. And I really believe it is the best disinfectant in the whole wide world. We've got the SABC, and I tell them I've actually got a copy, an SABC certificate saying that it is very good and it does what it does and what's in it. I don't have to be a chemist to tell them what's in it. And usually we had a guy who was a chemist and he challenged me. So I said, well, when you go and buy yours at the supermarket, do you challenge them? He says, no, I get your point. You know, I'm cheeky, I'm upfront. I said, do you challenge them? And of course they don't. But my care lasts us at least a year, if not more. In fact, our one lasted us 2 years. And I use it for everything. The desktops, the tops in the kitchen. So 1 in 50. I mean, you're diluting that 1 in 50. I mean, it's a brilliant. And the bathroom, the toilets, I don't spray it in the toilet. I spray it on the toilet for wipes. Just remember, you must leave things. You can't just spray it and then wipe it off. Leave it there and then wipe it off maybe 2 or maybe 5 minutes later, or just leave it there. It'll soon evaporate. And of course, it's good for your hands. We used it as our disinfectant when we went through COVID. That's all I think most of us used was our care. So yeah, otherwise with the care, maybe 1 in 30 should be your usual one, your everyday one. But if I'm spraying and I'm spraying the rooms, etc., it's a 1 in 50. Thank you, Ansi.
Thank you very, very much. Well done. Yeah, so as we know, Debbie care for us. That's why care is a favorite topic. Thank you very much. Now, Debbie, I don't want to punish you, but I don't know. Rosemary, is she on the call? I don't think so.
No.
Otherwise, we can ask Sean to share with us on botanical balance. Thank you, Sean.
You're catching me off guard over here. So
Out of the box.
Botanical Balance is developed and designed to maintain blood sugar levels. So an absolute essential supplement for diabetics or pre-diabetics, because what happens is if they have a big meal, their sugar levels spike and all sorts of funny things happen over there. So the idea is you want to keep your sugar levels level. So with the Botanical Balance, it's been developed specifically. It's got a couple of well-tested, scientifically and medically tested ingredients, obviously none of them medication, but it includes things like cinnamon and choline. I can't remember the other things that are in there. You've caught me off guard over here. But it's got specifically formulated to maintain blood sugar levels. You take 2 to 3 just before a big meal, and your sugar levels will not spike. And I've proven that. I don't, in fact, use it myself because I have tested it, I've tried it, and I found that I was completely drained, which meant that it had dropped my blood sugar levels so low that I lost my energy. So therefore, I don't use Botanical Balance regularly myself. If I am going to be having a big meal or desserts or things like that for special occasions, I will have 1 or 2 just before the start of the event, because then I know that I'm going to be controlled perfectly well over there. But yeah, the cinnamon that is in there is actually the genus that was used for extensive medical testing independently from Neolife. So we know that the science is there and the medical results are there to maintain blood sugar levels. Short and sweet.
Thank you very much. That's very,
Well done.
very informative, Sean. Thank you very much. And well, I don't know. I hope I'm not going to punish you, Sean. It's Amanda. Maybe she sent you a voice note
She did
on
indeed.
5.
Yeah. So
Wonderful.
Amanda has
Thank
shared a voice note with me. I'm going to play it off my phone.
Good evening, everybody. It's Amanda speaking.
Can you hear that?
I'm speaking on Neolife fiber tablets and Neolife all natural fiber food and drink mix tonight. Okay, as we all know, our modern diets do not supply enough fiber because of our refined processed foods. And this actually makes fiber an essential or very beneficial supplement to our diets. Neolife fiber tablets contains a variety of both soluble and insoluble fiber for maximum benefits and efficiency. It also contributes to a pleasant feeling of fullness when taken prior to a meal, and therefore can be of benefit in a weight management program. It promotes optimal intestinal function as our good bacteria in our gut loves fiber. It also reduces blood sugar, doesn't spike your blood sugar, and it also prevents diarrhea. It also prevents colon cancer. It is also beneficial for people that's got high cholesterol, and it supports heart health therefore as well. Okay. So each serving of 4 tablets equals 2 grams of dietary fiber. It contains no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. And it is recommended that you take 4 tablets daily with a glass of water, half an hour prior to a meal. Okay, and then the Neolife all natural fiber food and drink mix. It's very versatile. It is a very versatile fiber powder for drinks and recipes, and it supports heart and digestive health. It promotes regularity, and contributes to a pleasant feeling of fullness. High fiber diets supports heart health by helping to lower blood cholesterol. So 12 natural sources provide 8 grams of fiber per serving, 6 grams insoluble and 2 grams soluble fiber. It is ready to mix into your favorite drinks or recipes, and each serving provides as much fiber as 2 apples. So you take 1 scoop, which equals 28 grams of all natural fiber food and drink mix, with 250 ml of water or milk or your favorite juice, or even your Neolife protein shake, and you just blend it well and enjoy it. That is my take on fiber. Thank you very much.
Very good.
Thank you very much, Amanda. That was very, very good. Yeah, I also love my fiber. It really works. Now, next on, thank you, Mandy, for impending events.
Thank you very much, Ansi. Good evening, everybody. On the 27th of April, Explore Neolife in Cape Town starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's going to be at the Neolife Cape Town DC. Entrance fee is 20 Rand for members and guests are free. Then on the 29th of April at 7 p.m. on Zoom, Understanding Full Motion by Connie Dichal. That is a very important one for everybody to watch. It helps us learn all about our products. Explore Neolife on the 4th of May in Durban at the Jewish Club at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Booking online for members is 20 Rand, 30 Rand at the door, or otherwise guests are free. Then on the 14th to the 16th of June, it's the Eagle Team's Bloemfontein Conference, and this is a must for everybody to get to. John always says you should take a photograph before you go the first time, and one when you've finished, because you will see the difference. And it's true, it does really work. Neolife Impact Summit is on the 19th of October. It's a Saturday, an all-day event, and that is in Times Square in Johannesburg. And at the moment, the early bird is up to the 30th of April, where the tickets are 300 Rand and you save 110 Rand, or otherwise from the 1st of May, the tickets are 410 Rand. And that is an absolute steal, because you get so much there. You've got, we know that Robin Banks is going to be there, just one of the speakers. So yeah, if you want your business to grow, and don't forget, you get a goodie bag too. So it's definitely worth going. Thank you very much, Ansi.
Thank you, Mandy. Yeah, the goodie bag is always a surprise, like a lucky dip, hey? That keep us going. And
And I left out, on Tuesday, we've got Sean's Tech Tuesday, and on Wednesday, we have this very special meeting where we learn more about Neolife, the Eagle Team way.
thank you very much, Mandy. So you don't need mind enhancement. You were just a bit of a hiccup and you got back on track again. Well done. Debbie, for your favorite share and recognition. Thank you very much.
Yes, recognition. I love recognition all the time. And well done, guys. We seem to be doing okay this month. We're a little bit ahead of where we were last month, thank goodness. And yeah, Ansi, 250 PV plus. Well done, Ansi. That's fantastic. Your team is starting to buy. I can see when Ansi's team starts to buy, because it's Ansi, then all her team underneath her. I think you grab them all and you do one order. Am I right?
I just love them and ask, do you need anything? Or they come back to me. So with even asking.
No,
Thanks.
that's good. That's good. And then Barry and Liz, I'm so happy with Barry and Liz. Have come back. They're positive. They're on their way. And that's over 300 PV this month. So that's fantastic. And our Amanda, I don't know what she's doing, but boy, is she going. She's flying. She's over 500 PV. And of course, that pushes Jenny Potter to over 800 PV.
Ooh.
And
Oh.
Sean is just not waiting for anybody. He's just put back to the pedal, which is absolutely fantastic. Well done, Sean. Your personal PV, 1,573, I think it was on my last count, which pushes you to 2,434. Well done, Sean. Fantastic.
Sure.
Keep it up, and you'll be emerald by the time we get to the summit. I was looking at you being interviewed by Liz Gitz on the TV. You know, it comes up. We've got it as a screensaver, all our pictures. Yeah, fantastic. So well done, guys. Fantastic. Well done. That's
Thank
me.
you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate. And to end off, laaste maar nie die minste nie, Sean, for a positive close. Thank you, my dear.
Yeah, scarily enough, I found my story on the NeoLife webpage the other day too.
Oh, well done.
I didn't realize that. All right, I was scrambling a little bit to find what I could talk about tonight, just to end off, and then came back to just the things that I put up every morning. It's a motivation booklet that I was able to download, Simon Chan, and he's got little proverbs and things that other network marketers around the world have shared. And the one that came up today was, be authentically yourself every single day. And what does that actually mean? Does it mean that when you're talking to a prospect, you're very happy and very, please, would you be interested in this? Would you have would you really like to grow this business? And I'd like to show you how to make a small fortune over here or a large fortune. And you're really on edge. And if they say no, you go, okay, well then take a hike. I'm not interested anymore. Next, be authentically yourself. Be yourself all the time. If somebody sees you today and they met you 6 months ago, they mustn't be scared to say hello to you, because 6 months ago you wanted to bite their head off. And today they're not too sure, are you going to be their buddy, or are you going to bite their head off again? Or are you in a bad mood? If you're having a bad hair day today, just don't come and talk to me. Be genuine. If you are having a bad hair day, that's fine. Tell people, hey, having a bad hair day today, leave me alone. Or better still, take yourself out of the picture, hard reset, give yourself a stern talking to, and come back, say, right, this is me. Be the same all the time. Don't put on a show for some people and put on a different show for other people and be something completely different at home. Be you and be authentically you. You need to be 100% genuine all the time. So when you're talking to somebody, sit forward, listen to them. You don't just have to be talking to somebody. Talking to somebody also includes listening. And listening is probably more important than the talking. I was chatting to somebody on Saturday and started off as a business meeting. The appointment was a business meeting. And we sat down and started talking. And I just let her talk. And I learned all sorts of fascinating information that I didn't know before, but filled in a couple of blanks that I wasn't too sure of before. And it answered a couple of my questions as well. And at the end of the talk, said, we didn't talk about you. I said, no, that's fine. We didn't need to talk about me. You needed to talk. And it was a very good chat. That will obviously go further. And I've got another appointment booked at a later stage. But you've always got to be you, be open, be a listener. Don't, I think as John Melton says, be a human first and a marketer second. Don't just be a network marketer all the time and approach people with an ulterior motive, unless your ulterior motive is to change their life and their lifestyle. It should be the only ulterior motive you've got. And that should be whether they buy from you, whether they don't buy from you, whether they join you, or whether they don't join you. Be you and be 100% you, so that no matter who meets you and where they meet you, I can guarantee you your reputation will precede you. And if you're in
Oh,
a small
well.
town like myself, that's quite scary, because you meet a stranger and they go, oh yes, I've heard all about you, and you go, "Mm, what did you hear?" But if you're always the same and you're always genuine, you don't have to worry about that. So
True.
let's go out and make a difference in the world over the next week.
It's true.
Thank you.
Well done, Sean.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
All I can
Very
say is
good.
just amen. Thank you very much, everybody. You all did a wonderful job. Enjoy the rest of your evening and have a lovely week. God bless.
Thank you, Ansi. You did a good job.
Bye-bye.
Well done,
Bye.
Ansi.
Bye.
Everyone.